Anywhere where fireworks could happen, I got to imagine it's this one. Two big fellas, strong upper bodies, 190 pounds. The big fellas are coming out to play, buddy. Crist of Darlington Blackhawk, 36-3 junior, wrestling Wyatt Ahnen, 26-5 senior out of Fenimore.
Steve, these two out here, pretty impressively built. Like just
right.
And I believe both ranked in the state as well, as we're 30 seconds into this match at 190. Crist ranked 10th in the state in D2. Ahnen ranked 2nd in the state in D3. We talked about how good Fenimore's shot defense is. Ahnen seems to exemplify that. Maybe not the most technically sound on the team, Steve, but the way he displays it with his strength is so impressive. Ahnen in on a shot of his own right now, looking to scramble through. Crist holding on to an ankle.
Yeah, Crist, they did not wrestle each other. I think this is one of the cases where they were saving Ahnen at the duel because Crist got the forfeit when they wrestled head-to-head.
And I'll tell you what, the Darlington Blackhawk crowd weren't thrilled about it at the time.
Right.
So everyone's glad we get to see it happen here.
Well, I know Fenimore was going through a little bit of the sickness, the funk, whatever you want to call it. So they knew their tough duel was going to be against Iowa Grant Highland. So any guy that they had that they needed to save for energy for that finals match, if you will, against Iowa Grant, they were going to do. That was what they're going to do.
And taking the action all the way out of bounds.
We talked about fireworks, Teague. Here these two big fellas are throwing each other around the circle, 28-foot circle.
And do we have some blood time or just a little headgear malfunction?
Yep. Headgear breakage. It's always funny with the headgear when you watch a college match because you know those guys never wear that. Then you put it on them in a match, and then they don't look comfortable with it at all. They're constantly adjusting it.
We'll get both wrestlers to the center of the mat.
Darlington Blackhawk, two different coaches. They got Jim Wolf, who coaches with a D next to it. He's the coach for Darlington. Noah Stenman, the coach for Blackhawk. Obviously, they coach together and wrestle together, I would assume. Kind of interesting that they have two different, maybe spokesmen for the two different schools, right?
Maybe, yeah, two figureheads head to the school board meetings and whatnot. So we head to the second period. No score here between Crist and Ahnen.
Assistant coaches for Darlington Blackhawk, Logan Taylor, Brady Horn, Clint Dirksen, and Teague, one of your favorite all-name teams, Colby Ubersox.
Love Ubersox. No, I believe Brady Horn also wrestled for Darlington Blackhawk a few years ago. 1-0 for Ahnen off the quick escape. And Steve, these two are just getting after it. A lot of action on the mat, Steve, but not a lot of scoring.
Not a lot on the scoreboard. Nice defense by Crist. Nice. Agile big fella.
I want to guess Chris probably part of a football team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We talked about this way earlier.
We did.
Between all the ranked wrestlers on Darlington Blackhawks team, about 3,000 rushing yards between them. Crazy how much you can forget in a day, Steve.
Right. Did I tell this story last time?
Which story?
No, just in general, meaning like, did I talk about this already, or was that a previous one? You don't want to be that crazy uncle at Christmas that tells the same story year after year.
Steve and some Badger. Looks like, I think Reachburg won the Badger Conference.
Oh, nice. I'll have to.
Oh, and Kristen on the shot. No takedown yet. Cade waves off the takedown. And Ahnen now looking to score. Gets the leg hooked, and he picks up his 2.
And threatening back. He's going to get it.
Yeah, with the cast over. Chris trying to roll through, but Ahnen just putting him in a more compromising spot.
Oh, the crowd going nuts.
Looking for the fall.
Oh, agreed. I thought he was stuck. Yeah, well, no, Teague, I have Watertown winning it.
Oh, is there 2 divisions?
Maybe an East and a West type thing, or North.
I think there might be. Is there a big and a small division?
Let's see here.
Also, I just got duped by some Reedsburg kids on. Well, no, they have a trophy that's a small division. Start of the third, Wyatt Ahnen opening his lead up to 6-0. See, this is a match that easily could have been 2-1 in favor of Chris, but Ahnen just did not stop wrestling.
Teague, it says Watertown.
So maybe they won the large division. Oh, wow, nice snap down there by Crist. He's trying to find a way to cut into the lead of the Fenimore senior. Crist 36-3 on his junior campaign. Crist trying to roll through on an ankle. Nothing going. Into Ahnen with an 8-0 lead. Man, how about the chain wrestling from Ahnen, Steve? Almost gave up a takedown, turned it into 2 of his own. And then picks up some near fall on top of it.
Place starting to empty out with 2 weight classes left, Teague, but still pretty well attended. Obviously, you can see the crowd and the camera from on the far side. Not a lot of people leaving.
Well, Steve, is the team race decided? Essentially,
yeah, I'm gonna make that call. Iowa Grant Highland top 5. We hasn't really changed much. Darlington Blackhawk in 5th. Fenimore 4th, Mineral Point in 3rd, although Mineral Point is making a strong case here. I don't know how many wrestlers they have left. Well, Mineral Point is 5.5 behind Prairie du Chien, but let's not forget PDC has one massive human being coming up at 215 pounds. And then Iowa Grant Highland at 264. They are 41.5 points ahead of Prairie du Chien.
So Chris does get a point on the board. But Steve, IGH, I mean, maybe this shows how regionals could potentially go next week. So we're down to 10 seconds remaining.
Well, here's the thing to look at, right? This weight class, take out Darlington Blackhawk.
Yep.
You know, who else can you take out?
And Wyatt Ahnen will end up winning 8-1 at 190 pounds after a great sequence in the second period. Gave him a majority of his points. We'll head to 2:15, 2 matches remaining.